Today, it's Friday, the 13th. Oh, anyways, it's Friday, September 13th. Now, that means Monday, the 16th, is a quiz. All right, so don't forget about that. And Thursday, the 19th, is a test. All right, now that's coming up. Based on, behind me, we talked about discrete domain and range, continuous domain and range yesterday. This is the assignment. If you missed it or you lost it, everything's in that blue bin back there, right? Also, we did key features of linear equations. Those three things are this week, and that's the basis of the quiz and test coming up. So you have time today to work on that stuff and turn it in, and if you need to do corrections, I'm gonna let you know. So if you're confused on that, or yesterday, if you missed yesterday, or you don't understand, I'm gonna show you again right now. Hopefully it makes sense, okay? Let's do that. Here we go. First things first. On this warm-up, we need to find domain and range. Now, this looks a little different than yesterday because we were just doing like straight little segments, right? This is all wavy. Well, that's because the back of your assignment has a bunch of these, okay? So I'm showing you how to do it right now, right? Is everyone looking up here without headphones, not looking at your Chromebook? Well, the Chromebook's preferably down while we're doing this, okay? Now, domain is which letter, X or Y? Everyone should know this. Domain is X or Y. Okay, X. So on domain, I'm going to write X. Range is the other one. It's Y. Okay? Okay. I want everyone to close these Chromebooks. I want y'all to be looking up here. Close the Chromebook. You can open them back up in a minute. Okay? Close them, close them, close them. Please. Please. All right, now check it out. When we're doing domain and range, you write the X in the middle for the domain. You write the Y in the middle for range, and you put what symbols next to them? You don't know? Anyone know? Less than signs, okay? This is on your notes from yesterday. So you want to have out your notes from yesterday. You have a bunch of examples on how to do this. So you put less than on both sides. So this is like an automatic thing. If you see two endpoints, open or closed, you put X in the middle, less than, Y in the middle, less than, right? I'm explaining. So for domain, which direction do we start on? What do you think? It's X, but which direction is that we start on? We know X is horizontal, which is left to right. So you start on the left, okay? So watch my cursor here. You see this like continuous graph, right? So how far to the left does it go? So I'm going all the way to the left right here. Y'all see this right here? This is the furthest it goes to the left. What is that X value? -10. So go ahead and put -10 as the number. So again, you put X, you always put less thans, and then as far to the left as you go, you put -10. Now here's my question. Is it open or shaded? That is an open circle. So should I underline this inequality? No, okay? If it's open, it's not underlined, okay? Now, we're going to go to the far right. All the way to the right. It goes right, and it stops right here. What is the X value right there? +10. So go ahead and put 10 here. And is that open or shaded? That is closed or shaded in. So am I going to underline this right here? Yes. If it's shaded, you underline the inequality. If it's open, you do not underline the inequality. Okay? Now, if you were confused about this, does that make sense? You did say it didn't make sense. Does this trying to make sense or no? Okay. Just trying to help. So I don't know what to do with that. So next one, range. We're going to do which direction for range? What do you think? Domain was left to right, so range is something different, which would be what? Help me out! Which direction is range? Please. Okay, bottom top. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't be afraid to answer. It's done faster. So bottom to top. Everybody, range is vertical, okay? Bottom to top, not top to bottom. I see people doing this all the time. They put it top to bottom. That's not it. You go to the least at the bottom to the greatest at the top. So this is different. Is everyone locked in here? This is a little different than yesterday. How far down does this graph go? So I'm going to follow the graph. The furthest down it goes over here is there. The furthest it goes down over here is right here. That's the same y value. What is this y value right here? -4, right? But here's the question. Is it shaded or open? So look, at the bottom over here, this is obviously shaded in, right? But what does this mean down here? If there's no open circle here, I'm telling you, and this is the new information. Does everyone hear me say this? If there's no open circle, you treat it like a shaded point. Okay? If you don't see an open circle, it is a shaded point. Okay? So that means the bottom here and here is both shaded. So do I underline it if it's shaded? Yes. Okay? That's the bottom. Now we're going to go to the top. So I'm going to follow this graph all the way up to the tippy top. It does not go higher than this right here, right? What is this y value right here? 6. Now look, at the very top, there's no open circle, there's no shaded circle, but I just told you, if it's not open, you consider it as if it were shaded. So that point at the top, think of it like a shaded dot. So should I underline that inequality? Yes, okay. So again, X is domain. You put your less than signs. You do the left number. You do the right number. If it's open, you don't underline. If it's closed, you do underline. Range is Y, less than, bottom to top. Okay? Same as the domain when it comes to the inequalities. Now, the verbal part. This was the second half of the notes yesterday. So I want everyone's looking over here, right? You got to know how to write it verbally. Please look at the second page of your notes, but I'm going to remind you, what are the first 3 words we write for the verbal? All real numbers. You'll see that all throughout the notes yesterday, and we're going to do it right now. So write it down. All real numbers. So you always write that. Then you always write greater than. Okay, so you know it's all real numbers. You know it's going to be greater than something. Before you write the number, here's the question. Should you write equal to? So the one on the left, this inequality is not underlined. So if it's not underlined, is that equal? No. Okay, so again, this on the left side, not underlined, so all I'm going to do is just write greater than, and the number is, on the far left, -10. It's only greater than. It's not equal to because it's not underlined here. Okay. Now, we go to the next part. We write and less than. Now we're going to look at the other inequality on the right. Is this one underlined? It is. So it's less than or equal to. And now I put the right number, which is 10. The verbal way to say it is all real numbers greater than -10, not equal, and less than or equal to +10. That's it. Okay. So all you're doing is putting in the information. Let's do the range now. Verbal, all real numbers. We always write that, right? All real numbers. And then we always write greater than. Okay. Is it equal to? So look on the left. This one is underlined. So this one will be greater than or equal to, the left number is -4. And now we have to write less than. It is less than a number. But this inequality is also underlined. So it's not just less than, it's less than or equal to the right number, which is 6. Period. All your numbers greater than or equal to -4, less than or equal to +6. That's it. You have examples of this in your notes from yesterday. If you lost it or need it, it's in the blue bin. If you need yesterday's assignment, it's in the blue bin. I need you to finish that assignment from yesterday, as well as Monday, Tuesdays. Discrete, domain and range, and the key features of linear equations, okay? This is gonna stay on the board to look at, but you should have a completed warm-up for the week, right? You should have 5 days of 5 warm-ups with 5 objectives, right? If you missed a day, you just write the word absent, but you don't leave it blank, because blank means nothing for the day, okay? Double check your name, and you can pass those up. I'm gonna come around and get them. And now we're gonna work on those assignments, all right? Here we go.